Hey, this is Jake with YouTube Auto Repairs. We're working on a 2002 GMC Envoy. Unfortunately, my own car. So I've had a starter go bad, and I had a spare starter. So I'm not 100% sure this starter is good. But the reason I'm doing this video is I wanted to show you how to bench test the starter, so you don't go through all the trouble of putting a starter on and then find out it's bad, especially since this one's used. So anyway, we come down here a little closer to give you the basics on how this works. Okay, so when you put your key in the ignition, what you're doing now, I have a set of jumper cables here. You could do this with a jump box or any 12-volt source. But this red wire is going to represent the wire that goes down here, which is coming from the key switch. Okay, so what we do is we put that on positive. Now the starter itself, with the starter being bolted to the block, that becomes the ground. So what I'm doing is I'm creating the same effect as if this starter was in the car. So I have my positive and the ground. So what I did is I cut this little 16 gauge wire, might be a 14 gauge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp it on here to the positive, and this is, so let me go back a little bit. This red wire is representing the 12.4 volts that comes to the battery. So that's hot all the time. So if you ever hear like people taking a screwdriver and they're jumping the terminals that they're jumping is this one and this little one here that activates the solenoid that throws out the Bendix in here. Now, the way I have it set up, you can't see that, but let's turn it so you can. Okay, so for the wire hookup when you're bench testing, so I got it hooked here, I got this tied into the positive. So when I touch this to the solenoid, this acts as when you're turning the key. So when you turn the key, it's going to power this up, which should turn the starter if it's good. So here we go, we're going to do some tests. All right, nothing yet. All right, there we go. So you can hear that little click out. So let's see what's happening when we're doing that. So right now I know the starter's good, but just so you can get the idea how it works, how it pops out and it hits the flywheel, spins, it starts the car, and then when it's good, it kicks back in place. Or you'd be hearing all kind of noise if the starter wouldn't disengage. So anyway, that's basically how you bench test a starter. That'll work on just about any starter that has these types of connections on the back. Once again, this is Jake with YouTube Auto Repairs. Please check out all my videos. Give a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.